Hi all, welcome to my channel. This is a short video about how to create IAM policies. When you are working on AWS, you may come across policies which looks something like this, which has a version, then ID, then multiple statements, which allows or denies some particular access. It will mention action S3 put object is allowed for these particular two buckets, or it denies access for some specific conditions, etc. But you may wonder, how can I create a policy like this? It is very difficult to create a policy by obeying all the syntax laws, etc. But actually it is very simple. That's what we are going to see here. You have to go to IAM, Identity and Access Management, and click on Policies, and you have to click on Create Policy, and here you will get this window. You can either go with visual, which is shown here, or you can go with JSON, which will have both. Visual also will be there, plus the code part also will be here. Now as a first step, let me expand this work area. For that you can click on this and let me improve the width of the right side. Yeah, now it is good. Now what I need to do is, the very basic shape or very basic form of a policy is given here, but it doesn't specify action, resource, etc. That's what we have to add, any conditions also. So what I'm going to do is, I want to create a policy for giving put object permission for an S3 bucket with a certain condition. That request has to be originated from a particular VPC. That is what I'm going to create. So first I have to select my service. What is my service? S3. So multiple options are given: S3 Express, S3 Outpost, etc. You have to choose S3. Now within this, usually if I ask you what are the activities possible with respect to S3, you may say create bucket, delete bucket, upload object, delete object, etc. Your list will end after 5 or 6 items. But actually, if you look at this, there are dozens or hundreds of APIs or different tasks possible, but that you can explore separately. That is not our point here. I want to choose put object action. So what I will do, I can just Control F and then search for put object. I got it, select it. So you can see that here action is already selected, S3, it is added. Now what next? I have to add resource. For that, what I need to do is the next one, add resource, add a resource, click on add. So this is put object, means I have to select an object, or I have to select all the objects in a particular bucket. So I'm going to say service is S3, resource type is object, and here you have to specify the ARN of the object. But here what I will do is, I will specify my bucket name and then give star, so that all the objects, I can upload any object into that particular bucket. So let me select the bucket name. I have a bucket called Yunus output bucket, and here I will just give star, and then I will delete remaining part and then add resource. So you can see that here that my resource is already added. This means that I can use put object for any object within this particular bucket. Now if you want to add any condition that allow this request only if it is coming from a particular VPC, what you can do is click on this add a condition, add, and then condition key. You can see that here also you will be surprised that okay, so many conditions are possible, right? Like dozens of, I don't know, I haven't counted, but maybe more than 100 are available. So what I want to add is source VPC should be a particular VPC ID. So I'm going to select that. Then qualifier default, and then operator I would say string equals. And now, and if the string is existing, then you have to do this condition, otherwise no. So if exist. Value you have to give a VPC ID, but let me just make a mistake there intentionally just to see how it works. So I'm giving a wrong VPC ID and then I'm saying add condition. Okay, so now you can see that there is an error here. You can see red font here, plus you can see on the bottom also it says there is an error. Click on that and it says the VPC identifier in the condition is not valid. Use the proper VPC ID. That's what it says. So what I will do, I will go to VPC and then I will copy my default VPC. This is my default VPC ID. I'm copying it, come back here and then go here and then save. So if you come down, you can see that it says error 0. Okay, so that is corrected. So what I will do now, let me minimize this work area now, okay, so that I can get other buttons and come down. So I have created my policy. Come down, click on next, and here it will ask for the policy name. I'll just give a policy name like Yunus policy 101 or 102. Come down and create policy. So the policy is created. Now if you want to see that policy, come to your IAM policies, just search for Yunus policy. Yeah, you can see that here. And if you want to see the policy document, just expand it. You can see that here. It allows put object for this particular bucket, and if the source VPC is this particular VPC ID. So this was a very short video to show how to create a IAM policy. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be creating such useful videos in this channel. Please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Bye.